Even before recently purchasing my 2023 Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro, I knew I'd be at some point buying some panniers, a pannier system, racks as well as the panniers themselves. The previous bike that I had to this was the Triumph, was the Tracer, Yamaha Tracer, and that came with panniers, and they were mounted directly onto the bike, so it didn't have any racks. And the RS, of course, has its own panniers, and it has some small racks as well. But this bike has no racks. It comes, without any panniers or racks. So the question became, which system would I want to buy? And looking at the different types, whether it's going to be hard panniers or soft panniers, the panniers that I've got or I've had so far were all hard, and they went with the bikes. They were made for those bikes. But now I was faced with getting some universal panniers that would go with any bike, and that in itself is a good thing, because then you could transfer it from bike to bike, depending on the specific racks for the bike, of course, but at least you'd have the bags or the boxes. And so I looked at Moscow Moto, I looked at Tusk, I looked at various other manufacturers, a whole bunch of manufacturers. When I say I looked at them, I looked at the reviews online, on YouTube primarily, and eventually it was a lot of thinking, a lot of comparing, contrasting, but eventually I knew I'd have to make a choice without actually getting the product, because obviously I'm not a person who's in a position to be sent these products like some of these large YouTubers. They get sent these things for review, and they can review and make recommendations. I don't have that luxury. I've got to actually buy my products, and so far everything that you see on this channel is all bought by me. So I'm spending my own money, and I'm either a success or a fail. But as you know, I like SW Motech products, and while the product that I bought, I don't think is, I did like the Moscow Moto product. That was right up there, in my rankings. I like the style, I like the toughness, I like the look of it. I like the fact that it had, I think, a waterproof bag on the inside. It had that flap on the outside that you can stuff things inside, and lots of good features. But one of the things that I didn't really like was the fact that it needed these big, I forget what you call them, but the bags themselves are attached to this, and I'll put it up on the screen because I probably can't remember it right now. But it's kind of a flat piece of plastic that is actually mounted to the rack, and then you just slide the bag onto this plastic. So what this means is that you've got the weight of the racks, you've got the weight of this big heavy duty plastic backing, and then you've got the bags themselves, which are not unsubstantial. They're pretty tough and heavy. And my intent is with this Tiger is to kind of go off-road occasionally. I'm not going to go across Africa or anything like that with this bike. I'm just going to go down the odd fire road. As I go long distance touring, I want to go off-road occasionally. So I looked at the various products, like I said, and I settled on the SW Motech SysBag WP. That's the bags themselves. But then the racks that I chose were the SW Motech Pro removable racks, and I like the fact that it's removable because with the twist of a cam lock, you can just take these racks off, and you don't have any racks on the bike. And where I commute with the bike, I don't want to have racks, right? I don't want to be riding around with racks all the time. The system came in two boxes. The lower box there has got the bags, and the upper box has got the hardware. Let's see what's inside. Packing slip. So these two are the two backing plates. So yes, it kind of like has backing plates that go on the back of the soft bags, and they seem to be metal. So judging from the feel through the bag. And then this here is these are the racks themselves. So what we've got here is two sets of, these are the fittings that go on the back of the adapter plate, and the adapter plate is indeed metal. So this is a solid piece of metal, and three of these plus one locking, I guess one locking clip that goes on the back of the adapter plate. And it's got the hardware as well as instructions. And we've got two sets of this stuff. This bag here, I've opened only one. And these have got the little bobbins that go on the racks themselves, I guess, to clip on these to go in here. So, of course, I'll be doing all of the assembly of each one of these things here. So I've got two bags, so two adapter plate sets and two sets of hardware. There are the two racks. That one at the back is the left side, and this one here is a little bit larger, I think, and I think that would be on the right side in way of the exhaust. These are hydroformed racks, and they're pretty substantial. As you can see here, it's got some serious welds behind there. I do like the fact that they're black as well. I don't particularly want any bright colored racks attracting more attention to the racks themselves. I don't particularly like racks on motorcycles. So having black racks and black system is great. So this is the stuff that came out of that little package. We've got anchor points. These are left on the bike. So we've got 6 of those little tabs that are going to be left on the bike. And then these two, this is also going to be left on the bike. This is part of the, it goes under the license plate. And my gosh, I can tell you, everything with SW Motech is built really strong. That's a thick, you can see that there's a thick piece of metal. And that's pretty strong. And so those racks there will be clipped to these tabs here. Hardware, lots of bolts and nuts and stuff. These are the actual cam locks that are locking these racks onto the tabs. There's a couple of spacers here, a couple more spacers here. So I intend to fix this lot onto the bike, test fit it, and then I'll come back in and assemble the bags with the backing plates and then test fit it on the bike. The bags are in there. We're going to open this up now, see what's inside. As with the tank bag and any other bag or luggage or anything like that that comes from SW Motech, it comes in a very nice, I don't know what, this is a kind of a cloth bag, but it's really nicely done. Everything is nicely packaged. It speaks to quality. It's a quality product. Inside we've got the bag itself, as well as some instructions on glossy paper, no less, but really nice instructions. And it's got this sheet of, transparent film. We're gonna have to see where that goes. And this is the bag itself. It's got that flap on the outside, just like the Moscow Moto bags. You can stick stuff in there as you go. But it's got a handle at the top, kind of like, it suggests that it's a case, a carrying or a suitcase or something like that. But it's all made of a canvasy type material on the sides here, so that gives it its waterproof capability. And it's got these straps to the side here. We're going to go over all of this later on when we put it on the bike. But that back there, those straps there are what is used to attach to these backing plates. So that's all going to be covered later on in the video. I just wanted to show you how this looks. But apparently that bag is supposed to be able to hold up to 40 liters. So I don't know. But either way, if it holds anything more than 25 liters or so, it'll be more than either one of those panniers on the other two bikes. So just looking at it, it's going to have a lot more space. Attaching these pieces to the adapter plate is just a matter of following these instructions. Very simple. So you've got these 16 screws and lock nuts, and you just feed them in from the other side of the adapter plate all through here. The holes are all hexagonally shaped, so you don't even need a wrench on the back. You just put them in and then tighten them up to 3 Newton meters because they're only little screws. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on both of these adapter plates. Now with the adapter plate all fixed up, everything tensioned down properly, tightened down, the next step is in attaching these adapter plates to the back of the bag. So we've got to use these vertical straps, these here vertical straps in this kind of arrangement, strapping it onto the back, and then after that we're going to use these side straps to go through these slots in the sides. All done. They're all strapped in, strapped on I should say. The top, or I should say the top to bottom strap is gone like this on both ends, and the side straps are into these slots. Quite an ingenious design actually. And then it's folded over and tied down with Velcro to take up the excess. So you don't have to cut it off, but there it is. It's all attached. And the thing about these, the pro side carriers of the SW Motech system is that once you put these little spindles on here, this goes on, just slots in very easily. This is all metal. Notice it's got a tuck in. There's this little strap here. It's actually kind of like elastic. Well, it's not really elastic, but anyway, you stick this adapter plate underneath there and then you strap everything down. But what I was saying is that the pro side carriers can be used for hard-sided luggage as well as soft-sided luggage, even luggage from different manufacturers. So really an ingenious system. So this one's all done. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one, and that'll be it for setting the panniers themselves up.